What's up, everybody? It's me, Vinnie Langdon. I'm here at the Trump rally in Scranton, Pennsylvania, and you know what? You guys are going to get a little glimpse of what Mr. Trump said here in Scranton. Check this out.
I'm Governor Pence. I'm humbled and honored to have the opportunity to run and serve with the next President of the United States. And for a president who will appoint justices to the Supreme Court, who will respect our God-given liberties, the sanctity of life, and our Second Amendment, I give you the next President of the United States of America, Democrat.
You know, I had a press conference before, and one of the questions was, Mr. Trump, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be campaigning today. You've broken all the rules. What's going on? They're having their convention. Sir, you're not supposed to be campaigning. Well, guess what, folks? We're campaigning. Because we're going to make America great again, folks. We're going to make America great again. And they said the same thing, you know, during the primaries. We had 17 people, very talented people, and they said the same thing. This will never work because Trump comes in, he has these big rallies, and then he leaves. And I'm supposed to have dinner like with two people, spend the entire evening, then go to another two. And they said, well, why do you do that? I said, well, I do it because I can get the rallies. The other people can't get the rallies. I have to thank two people that have been unbelievable and great friends. Tom Marino, Congressman with Tom. Get up here, Tom, get up here. And Lou Barletta. Get up here. They have like big fences to cut. Just stay there, just relax. Okay? We all know what you look like. One of the reasons I chose Mike was because Indiana, under his leadership, has done so well. It's done so incredibly. AAA bond rating. They have really low unemployment, one of the top few states. Everything is good, even for the veterans in terms of employment. I think it was 32 or 38. No, that's not the good number. That was when he got into office. And when he left, right now, basically, they were #2 in the nation. He wants it to be #1. That's incredible. That's veterans being employed by some of the folks in this room. So that was, we got to get out there. But you remember, so Hillary gave a press conference in an area where coal and the different things that we all love wasn't so important, right? And she figured she'd make the statement and it wouldn't get back to West Virginia. It got back to West Virginia, and it got back to Pennsylvania, and it got back to Ohio, and it got back to a lot of places that she didn't want to hear that message. She said, we're going to put the coal miners and we're going to put the coal mines out of business, okay? And we had an event. It was at a big, massive place. It was beautiful in West Virginia. And the place was packed. It had to be 10,000, 12,000 people. And outside they had at least double that number. And it was love. And I went and saw some of the miners. And I said, so tell me, would you ever think of like leaving and going to another place and maybe doing something else instead of this? They said, Mr. Trump, and I understand this so well, we love mining. We love doing it. This is our livelihood. Our fathers, our grandfathers, this is what we do. We do it so well. We don't want to do something else. And I said, I love that. I love that. I can understand it, and I love it.
Guys, I had to come today. I spent so much of my youth in Scranton, in Carbondale, and Waverly. So many of my best friends in the world. I went to boarding school in Pennsylvania for 5 years, and I just love the state. But I know this area as well as anyone, and I just had to be here today. We have so many great friends here, and thank you. You know, we just came off a convention, and we had the greatest time. And it was such an honor to be up there to talk about my father, and we had the greatest time, and we are so proud of him, and we are going to make America great again. We're going to win this in November, and we are going to make this country great again. Thank you very much, guys.
That's my 6'6" boy. He's a good guy. We're scoffed at all over the world. We're looked down upon all over the world. We're not respected anymore. We were talking about Putin today. No respect, no like, no nothing. You know, wouldn't it be a great thing if we could actually get along with Russia? Wouldn't that be a good thing? Not a bad thing, it would be a good thing. Wouldn't it be a good thing if we could make deals, trade deals with China, that instead of losing hundreds of billions of dollars a year and rebuilding China, the roadways, the airports, you have to see the tunnels, that we did much better than we're doing right now. And you know, I'm a free trader. I'm a free trader. I believe in it. But you need smart people to make great deals. We don't have the right people. We are being ripped off by every single country we do business with on trade. Every single country we do business with. We have people negotiating our deals that are political hacks. And these are deals that are so big. You know, you could take a mid-sized country, and the trade deals are bigger than these massive deals you read about with corporations. You know, you say, oh, massive deals. These are bigger deals. There is no bigger deal than our deals with China on trade. But it's a one-way street. They take their product, they flow it in, and by the way, for you steel workers, they dump more steel in this place because they're going to put you out of business. You're already mostly out of business, but they want to put you out of business. We're going to start making things again, folks. We're going to start making things again. That includes steel. So we're going to start making things again. By the way, I have to tell you, they are the most dishonest human beings. Especially if you're like a Republican, a conservative, it's forget it. It's forget it. These are really bad people. Now, 25% of them are fine. 50% are not great. Well, remember this. The worst deal ever signed from an economic standpoint, in the history of our country, right? NAFTA! Signed by who? Bill Clinton. Who, by the way, gave a speech last night, but he didn't mention my favorite chapter. He left one chapter out. I met a girl. You know, it's funny. When he started the speech last night, he said, I met a girl. And I said, that's politically incorrect. And I saw Rachel Maddow give him hell over that. It's not girl. But he said, I met a girl. And a lot of people thought that was nice. But I said, what? And Rachel Maddow knocked the hell out of him because he said he met a girl. Because it's supposed to be, I met a woman. I met a woman.
Which one?
Who's going to pay for the wall? Mexico! Who? Mexico! 100%. You know, I have these clowns, and you can hold it to me. Just, I mean, honestly, you hold me to it. I have these clowns in the back, these pundits, and they're saying, Mexico's never going to pay for the wall. Mexico. You know how much money they make from us each year? And I'm not including with the drugs. I'm leaving it. And he lies dying on the ground, and they can't stand the fact that we're letting thousands and thousands and thousands of people pour into our country from areas of the world, and we are going to have problems like you have never seen. I've been very good at prognostication, folks. You see what I've been saying has all come true, pretty much. And Hillary Clinton wants 550% more than Obama of people coming in from that area of the world. We don't have documentation. We don't have paperwork. We don't really know who they are. I've spoken to the best law enforcement people in this country, and they say there is really no way of saying who they are and where they come from. Okay? They even stole our passport machine. Did you see that? They stole our passport machine, and they can make passports better than we can make passports, okay? So these people are pouring in, and some of these people are going to cause problems. And with me, we're going to do safe zones. We're going to help people. We're going to get the Gulf states to pay, because I don't want to pay our country. We owe $19 trillion. It's going to be $21 trillion very soon. We are going to build safe zones, and we're going to get the Gulf states that we protect. They wouldn't be there. They have nothing but money, and they're going to pay for the safe zones, and we're going to build them in Syria, and we're going to take care of people. But you know what? We're not going to pay for it because we can't pay for it. This isn't 40 years ago. This isn't 20 years ago. This is now. And we're going to make our country so strong. And we're going to renegotiate our military deals. You know, I'm taking a lot of heat where they say, oh, NATO. Well, he said, all I said is, we have many countries. We have 28 countries in NATO, right? There are 5 that are paying their way. The others, because you don't get it straight. They say back there, Donald Trump doesn't like NATO. Well, I think that is great. I said it's obsolete. Wolf Blitzer, when CNN asked me a question, he said, no, he's fine. He said, what do you think of NATO? Now you have to understand, I've been a businessman, but I have good common sense and I have business instincts. And I said, NATO's obsolete because it's not covering terrorism. And everybody smiled, laughed, they thought it was funny. 3 days later, they're all saying, you know, Trump's right. It's not covering terrorism. And then a few weeks later, check out the Wall Street Journal. A few weeks later, a front page Wall Street Journal. NATO to open up terrorism division. I said, great. And to appoint the great guy as the head, you know, one of their big guys. But here's the story. Come November 8th, you have to get out and vote. Yes. Because it is a movement, and it's a movement like nobody's seen. They're talking about it all over the world. We're on the cover of Time magazine every 2 hours. Many covers on Time magazine because of what's happened. And, you know, my whole life, I've been on Time magazine, I think, a couple of times. My whole life. Not so bad. And the last number of months, I think it's 6 or 7 times, right? That's pretty good. So you tell me, what's more important, real estate or politics, right? But what really is more important is making America great again. And that's what we have to do.